Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got a pretty interesting comment on one of my videos. I didn't screen capture what the video was, so I'm trying to remember what it was. It was definitely on one of these man videos. And I can't remember exactly what the video was called, but it was about this guy that was really just not putting the moves on this girl that he was sort of dating, and it was kind of becoming like too late. Like I was like, you gotta like do something, man. And anyway, Eugene 13, he commented on this, and he said, man, putting a move on a girl is like sexual assault, and I just can't see myself acting perverted and dirty towards a girl I respect, because it's bad to treat people as objects. And you don't want to treat the girl you like as an object, and I don't like to dominate girls. I like to have like natural attraction without the whole domination angle to it. I will dominate any fuckhead who is a jerk, but I will respect everyone who is kind and nice. And that goes for girls too. Respect nice girls and disrespect bitches, no matter how they look. So at the end of the day, there is no girl on this whole planet that would ever like me, because I can never come on to her, because I feel like it's a sexual assault. I have no hope in hell and will never have a girlfriend. Just hope death is somewhere around the corner. Man, that's such a sad, sad comment. I'm trying to think about where to start with this. I want to give some real, advice. Okay, so, quick, raise your hand if you agree with Eugene 13. If you've felt this way in your life, right? If you feel this way now, or if you've ever felt this way in your life. I'll raise my hand. I used to feel this way. I used to think this way. And, the question I would ask you and ask myself is, did that serve me? And did it actually serve anyone else either? Because, see, we have this sense of what we think is justice in our minds sometimes, and we think of the proper behavior and the sense of honor and respect, and we think it's the way to live our lives, right? And we think that being nice and being kind to people and fighting for justice and honor is the right thing to do. And I'm not saying that it's not, but we idealize our actions, pretending like we're some kind of superhero doing that, when in reality, what's motivating us is our actual selfish motivations and our insecurities. Okay, so let me break this down a little bit and give you some of a view into what I'm saying here. And before I do this, I'm actually going to recommend a book here, because I know some of you might not make it through the whole video, but I'm going to recommend a book called The Rational Male. It's by Rollo Tomassi. I think I did a review on this. If so, we'll link to the review. But really good book, really eye-opening book. A lot of people would say that this book will red pill you, and would say that you need to be red pilled if you believe what Eugene 13 believes. And I agree. I agree. I'm not sure on the terminology here, but it's a significant enough change that needs to take place in your mind that I'll call it a red pill. All right. So here's the thing. All right. When you think this way, I understand where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from, right? You don't want to be an asshole, okay? You don't want to disrespect women, okay? Totally get that, all right? And you want to have justice done to bad people, to those guys that are assholes that treat women badly, right? Who are disrespectful and not nice to people, to those bitches who just look like hookers and dress all skanky, and they treat men like horrible, and they treat them like toys, and they manipulate them, and they take advantage of them, even though these good men, give them all of their hearts and treat them well and respect them, whereas these other assholes they're attracted to, they don't treat them well, and they're never going to treat them well, and they only see them as objects. I understand that. But here's the thing. You got to understand in reality how the actual world works and what is actually beneficial to you and to everyone else, right? Because, see, that ideal that you have, why does that exist in your mind? Why do you want to uphold that? Well, what is the reason behind that? And if you really honestly dig deep and you realize what the reason behind that is because you want to believe that you're better. You're better than everyone else. You're better than these asshole guys. You're better than these bitch chicks. You're better than everyone who is getting what you want out of life that you're not getting. And so you're setting yourself aside and you're saying, you know what? If I have to fucking die, I will never violate my principles and become a lesser person like these people, because I'd rather just die. I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be forever alone. And I understand that. I understand what you're saying there. But you got to realize that that's not how the world works. That's not how relationships work. And that's not even how people want to be treated. You know, people say don't objectify women, or no, people don't like to be treated like an object. And I think in a relationship, that's probably true. And to some degree, that's true in a work environment and whatnot. But if you've ever been in a sexual relationship with a woman, you will find that women do like to be treated like objects. Now, again, am I saying that you should treat people like they're just objects to you and they have no meaning to you besides that? No, I'm just saying that every once in a while, a woman likes to be objectified. You like to be objectified. I mean, I got to tell you, when I'm running down the boardwalk with my shirt off, okay, and some girls holler at me, I'm not thinking, man, I can't believe they're treating me like an object. I'm like, yeah, that feels pretty good. You see what I'm saying? Like, because this is how we're wired, right? But if I went into a job interview and it was like, and like I was constantly being like treated differently because I was built, was a good looking guy, that wouldn't feel too good. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm saying, like, that'd be uncomfortable. I'm like trying to prove you see what I'm saying? So maybe you can understand. I mean, it's kind of weird, me saying it that way, right? As a guy. But, you know, I'm just trying to like, it might be something that is difficult to relate to, you know? So, but here's the thing, okay? And the point is this, is that this is the way that the world works. It works this way. And when you say, oh, I can never put moves on a woman, that's what she wants. She wants you to put moves on her. She wants you to actually go and be the man and step up and take the risk of doing that, right? And she wants to be dominated. She wants you to take that aggressive position and that dominating position. She doesn't want you to respect her for no reason, right? When you're respecting her for no reason, just because you're respecting her because you have some crush on her, because she's a tool for your ego. You believe that she's better than she actually is. Not because you actually know her. It's because you have looked at her, right? Or, you know, and you've basically made an assessment that she's a woman that you're going to worship. You're going to worship her like an idol. You're going to put her on a pedestal. You're going to respect her, even though she hasn't earned your respect. And so, what does that mean? That means that you are a cheaply bought man, right? You consider yourself of high value because you don't stoop to the level of all these other people, but you are the cheapest. Someone can buy you just with some good looks and whatnot, and you will give your whole heart and all of your dedication and everything to this person and respect, even though they haven't earned it. So what does that mean from a survival standpoint? Why would a woman trust a man like that? She can't trust you. You're not being honest with her. You're not telling her the truth. You're not telling her how you feel. You're not telling her what you actually want. And you're not standing up for yourself or asserting yourself. What you're doing is you're saying, look, if you're attractive, I will basically just like, I'll throw out all my morals and all my everything out the window and just like worship you, right? And give it all up, right? You're demonstrating an extremely low value. You're just demonstrating a much lower value, right? Instead of a high value. If you consider yourself of a high value person, then I'll tell you what you do. You make your standards really fucking high, and not the way that you think. See, you think you have your standards high, but they're actually really low. Because what kind of qualification did you use to decide on this dream girl that you're going to treat respectfully, right? What kind of, and not objectify? What kind of qualification? It was just that you happened to have a crush on her. That was the only qualification that you used. It had nothing to do with her actual personality. It had nothing to do with how she actually acted towards you, right? You see, the people I respect in my life, they're the people that I either respect because of some principles that they adhere to, right? That I've seen demonstrated, or because of how they act to me. Right? I test them. I see, are you a person who is worthy of my respect? But you haven't done any of that, right? So what I'm telling you is you need to raise your standards. And what I mean by raising your standards is you need to say, look, I'm the kind of guy that expects certain things out of life. And I'm not going to put someone on the pedestal. I'm not going to give them respect automatically. Okay? They're going to have to earn it. And if some girl wants to earn my respect, right, then I'm going to let her earn my respect. But I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to pursue what I want. I'm not going to throw away my dreams. I'm not going to throw away everything in my life to just worship some girl because I have a crush on her. That's extremely low standard, right? How can you trust someone like that? How can you trust that the next person that they have a crush on, that they're not going to throw away everything? How can you expect or trust that they're going to stand up and actually fight when they don't know what they're fighting for? Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not noble. You're not a hero. You're not a white knight. You're a loser. Recognize it. It's fine. Remember when at the beginning of this video when I said raise your hand? That was me. That was so many people that are watching this video. Okay? Give me a thumbs up on this video if that was you. I mean, at some point, right? Or if you can relate to that, you're going to see a lot of thumbs up. You're going to see a lot of comments of people saying, yeah, that was me. Or that is me. So there's no harm in that. It's fine. We all have to grow and learn something. But I'm telling you, the game of life has certain rules. And you have to learn how to play those. And the thing is, again, at the beginning of this video, I said, that kind of mindset, does it serve you and does it serve anyone else? So let's break that down a little bit. Does it serve you? Does it serve you to be putting women on a pedestal, to be treating women that you don't know with, utmost respect, just because you have a crush on them, okay? And to not be actually winning in the game, right? In order to actually, achieve attraction with a woman, you're going to have to put the moves. You're going to have to show some bravery and some courage and do the things that I'm suggesting. Again, it doesn't mean that you're a grabby asshole. It doesn't mean that. But you can get away with a lot more than you would think, right? And you can be a little bit more bold because that boldness is appreciated, because that's what women want. Because if you understand that women actually want a man who has balls, who goes up and takes what he wants, that's the thing. That's what they're looking for. Just like you have an idealized vision of the woman that you want, and you want how you want her to behave, right? Which is basically non-bitchy. Good luck with that one, my friend, according to, your definition here. But you have some idealized way that you'd like these women that you respect and put on pedestal to behave. They have an idealized way of how they'd like you to behave. And guess what? They're not behaving like you want. Why? Because you're not giving them what they want. Give them what they want and they'll give you what you want. I promise you. Okay? But that's going to be less respect, not more respect. Okay? Because they want to earn it, because they want to test you, because they want to make sure that you're a man who has high values and who has high standards and is valuable himself. And the way to know that is by how easily he gives it up, right? And what I mean by giving it up, I mean giving up your loyalty, your respect, those things, derailing yourself from your purpose in life, right? Those things. That's what I'm talking about. So does it serve you to uphold these standards that are not benefiting you? That from the laws of the universe, the rules of relationship and sexuality and attraction do not actually get you what you want? No, it doesn't serve you. Does it serve other people? Does it serve other people that you come in as a white knight telling people that they're wrong and judging people ahead of time and giving respect to women who they might have liked you, except that you've given it up too easy. You've made it too easy, and you've actually shown them disrespect by saying, look, I don't actually value you as a person. I just happen to have a crush on you, and so I'm going to dedicate my whole life and give you my whole heart. Does that serve them? It doesn't serve them. What if women want to be manhandled? I mean, and again, I'm not suggesting being abusive. I'm not suggesting being a domineering asshole. But I'm saying, what if women want you to put a move on them? What if they want a guy that's aggressive? What if they want a guy that is not afraid to go ahead and put their arm around him, or to go in for the kiss, or to twirl him around? You know what I'm saying? Or to come up to him and talk to him. And what if they want a guy that wants to that wants to dominate them in some way? Not a domineering asshole, but to take the lead, to take charge, to give them something to respect about him. so that they can know that he's a man who stands their ground, right? And from a biological perspective, why are women wired this way? I could give you some theories, right? No one knows for sure, but it makes sense that women would be attracted to a guy who is not going to let other people bully him, who has his own vision for his life and sticks to that, sticks to the plan. Doesn't get sidetracked by some girl who's gonna like suddenly go off with and worship and dedicate his whole life to someone who is going to fight when it's time to fight, who's not going to avoid conflict, right? And is going to do what is necessary. It makes sense to me. Someone who's going to take charge, someone who's going to go after what they want in life. It makes sense. That's going to be the better provider. That's going to be the better protector. That's going to be the more interesting and adventurous person. So you think you're doing right. I get it. I totally get it. But you're not doing right. You're not doing right to yourself. You're not doing right to other people. Okay? You think you're better than everyone else. That's the real, again, like I said, if you examine deeply, you'll find this. Because when I acted this way, when I thought this way, that's what I thought. I thought that I was better because I wasn't playing the game, because I was playing at a different level. I was above it. I was above all this shit. I wasn't going to stoop down. I wasn't going to be disrespectful. I wasn't going to objectify women. I wasn't going to do all this shit. But then I realized that all of this was coming from my own insecurity. That my own insecurity in my ability to actually get what I want, to actually be who I'm called to be, and to face confrontation, to face conflict, to face rejection, to face the hard things in life. And I wanted to have this victim mentality. I wanted to say that the whole world was fucking wrong. And the problem wasn't me, it was those bitches. It was those asshole guys. It was the way that the world works. But the problem was me. And my friend, Eugene, the problem is you. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button below. Click the bell so you don't miss any videos. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.